The Calrissian Chronicles, Day 3. It's starting to feel lonely. I know the Rebel Scum crew couldn't be here, and I know I said that I would fill their absence by making cardboard cutouts of them and speaking to them as if they were real. Unfortunately, I forgot that my artistic skills need some work. This was what I came up with. It's not much. It really isn't. And it doesn't quite replace them like I thought it would. Don't get me wrong. These versions of the Rebel Scum crew are fine, but they're not quite as fun as the real life ones. Plus, these ones say some very mean things, hurtful things. And no matter how much I try to get them to stop, they just keep, I said that's enough. So I do miss the Rebel Scum crew, and it's a shame they couldn't be here with me in person. But I know that they're here in spirit, and they're learning all the fun Star Wars news alongside me. Today, we're apparently going to learn a bit about Galaxy's Edge and Jedi Fallen Order. Now, I'm more excited about one than I am for the other, and you might be able to guess which one it is. But we'll see what happens. We'll see if I can even get into those panels. I really don't know how the panel situation works today, if it's the same as yesterday. But I'm going to do my best to get you that news as it breaks. Let's get started. I want to take a time out from Star Wars to appreciate the crazy density of Chicago's downtown core. I like skylines, as I've mentioned before, and just look at this. Look at this madness. This is so beautiful. There's just buildings everywhere. And as far as I'm concerned, it could go on for another billion miles and I'd be happy. Here's the lineup for day 2. I'm a little bit later today because I slept in till 7:30, so I'm farther back in the line, but that's okay. It's just the theme park. So I've got good news and bad news. All right, the bad news is the panel for EA Jedi Fallen Order, whatever the panel's called, was not streaming anywhere as far as I know. At least that's what I was told by the crew. So I could not see any of the Jedi Fallen Order stuff. It might even be still going on right now, but I just can't get in because I didn't win your lottery, ReedPop. So I'm not going to be able to cover that news as it's breaking, but I guess we'll find out more about it later on, and then we'll talk about it on the channel then. But the good news is I was able to see the streamed version of the Galaxy's Edge panel, and that panel was pretty fun. Josh Gad was the host of it. He had a fun little sketch that he did at the beginning where he's trying to get into Galaxy's Edge and security won't let him. And then Josh Gad spoke to some of the good folks, the Imagineers, the people in charge over at Galaxy's Edge, and talked to them about what we can expect. And it looks very nice. You know, you got your blue milk. You got the set design there is fantastic. It's top of the line. They showed a little bit of the rides. Not very much, though, like literally like 10-second videos of the rides. Then they showed that you can buy Coca-Cola and Coca-Cola products in the park, but the bottles they come in will be special, and they'll have Aurebesh writing instead of English writing. So your Coca-Cola bottle will be round instead of cylindrical, and it'll say Coca-Cola in Aurebesh. So that's kind of neat. But even better news than that, as far as I'm concerned, is I just came out of the Rebels panel, the Remembering Rebels, and this was a panel, this is the first time so far that I've had an experience like last time in Orlando where I got to go actually sit down in a chair. Remember those? Remember what chairs are? I got to sit in a chair at a panel where people, real live people, were on a stage speaking to us. Dave Filoni was there, Tia Sircar, Vanessa Marshall, and Taylor, oh, I always forget his last name, Taylor Gray, the guy who plays Ezra? I'm sorry, I should know this. My bad. Don't challenge me to a trivia contest, Rob, because I will fail again. But they were all there on the stage, and they had a great little entertaining panel just talking about Rebels. That's it, just remembering and loving Star Wars Rebels and all the goodness it brought us. So that was a lot of fun. I will talk more about that later, possibly in my Fantasia files, and we'll bring it up as well on the show. But that's where I'm at now. So I'm going to hit the show floor again and see if I can talk to some people and get their reading on how they're enjoying Day 3 of Celebration. I'm sitting outside the Millennium Falcon. It's real now. If you've ever wanted to go into it, now's your chance. Just book a short flight to Chicago, and you can walk through the halls of the Millennium Falcon. It's pretty clean, so I think Lando might still own it at this point. I wonder if I'll be allowed inside. Probably not. Hi, excuse me. Hi, I'm Lando Calrissian. This is my ship. Do you mind if I just come in and,
take back my ship because it's sort of mine.
You're not Lando, sir.
Can't you see the resemblance? Look at me. Look how I'm dressed.
I mean, you have style, but you're definitely not Lando. So, can you please step out of line, sir?
Okay. How many credits is it going to take? How many credits? Be real.
Yeah, we're not going to take any bribes. So, if you don't go now, I'm going to call security, sir. So, please step out of line.
That sounds fair to me. Thank you anyways. I'll try the other door. Well, it didn't work. James, when you told me I looked like Billy D. Williams, you lied, sir. You boldly lied. So the results are in after a totally legit vote that I'm sure was not compromised in any way. Senator Palpatine is now our supreme leader and ruler.
This shall be a day long remembered. Long live the Empire.
And just look how happy he is. Senator Palpatine, here's a question for you. Your first act, if I remember correctly, your first act as the new supreme unquestioned emperor of the galaxy is all Starbucks are going to be changed to be called Sith Bucks. Is that correct? Did I hear right?
Of course, Sith Bucks. That's how it is.
And it's going to be substantially more expensive than Starbucks.
Well, because we use Imperial credits, of course. Those old Republic credits are no good here.
You're right. I shouldn't have brought Republic credits. I'm in the wrong area. One last question for you, Your Emperorness. I am Force sensitive. Is that going to be a problem in your new regime?
It depends on which side you decide to join. Join me, and together we'll rule the galaxy.
That sounds like a fair trade. I'm on board. Thank you, Your Majesty.
Cool.
Thank you. You have yourself a great day, and congrats on your election.
Make the Empire great again.
Okay, so the two of you ladies were in the middle of another interview when I rudely interrupted. Because I'm from Canada, we're known for being really rude over there.
We're from Minnesota, so it's like almost Canada.
In fact, I think that's the slogan of the city of Minnesota is almost Canada. So I have some questions for you guys as Queens of Naboo. And we've got the whole double thing going on here, which is very fitting for the Queen of Naboo. So here's my question. If a battle droid was standing over there and that battle droid had one laser in his gun and he fired it in this direction, which one of you would jump in front of the laser?
I would knock her down so that maybe none of us get hit, but well, I mean, hopefully no one would get shot by a laser. There would be a Jedi guarding us. You just can't see him right now.
Like I've seen the films, obviously. I've heard of them. I've heard of the Phantom Menace, and from what I've seen in the movie, the position of Queen of Naboo is a pretty sweet deal. It looks like being Queen of Naboo. You know, it's hard work. It is very hard work, but it looks like it's a lot of fun. So I was wondering, what tips can you give me if I wanted to become the Queen of Naboo one day? What sort of things would I have to do? What sort of work would I have to accomplish?
Well, you have to go through an extensive boot camp to become the queen, or a handmaiden, because not only do you have to be well versed in the political language of not only your planet but the galaxy, which you're representing your planet in front of a Senate, but you have to be battle ready. So the physicality of it is something that takes years, months to train for. So you have to be ready for that.
And then, of course, you also have to get elected, so all the stuff that comes with that. You got to connect with the people and have a solid line on good issues.
That's all very true. Now, I know that the handmaidens, they have a kind of a theme going where all their names end with E apostrophe, and it sounds kind of nice, has a nice ring to it. Now, my name is Andrew, so if I wanted to become a handmaiden, could I change my name to Andre?
Why not? Sounds like it could be a Naboo name.
So I just finished watching as much as I could of the Jedi Fallen Order panel. I couldn't see much of it. I saw the trailer and I saw a little bit of David Collins doing what he does best, being a great host and talking to some of the folks working over there at Visceral, I think. If I'm mistaken, that is Visceral, forgive me. It's been a long day and I honestly can't remember. But Cal Kestis, that is the name of the hero you'll be playing as in Jedi Fallen Order. Cal Kestis. Seems like a pretty cool dude. He seems young. Seems like he's got his life ahead of him. Maybe he'll bump into Ahsoka Tano at some point. Who knows? I think the timeline matches up pretty well myself. I would have liked playing as Ahsoka, but I'll take Cal Kestis. Let's see what you got, Cal. Bring it.
It's time for swag. That's right. I did some more shopping today. I picked up these two books that I've been meaning to get. I mean, Master and Apprentice is a no-brainer. It's Claudia Gray. It's going to be amazing. I'm going to give you a spoiler of this page right now. Oh! And then The Escape is volume 10 of the Star Wars comic, which I'm having a lot of fun reading. And there's plenty of spoilers I just showed you right there. You're welcome. And the next thing I purchased was another little item for Mr. James Razile, because I know James has been wanting this. He's been needing this. And now he's going to be having this. There you go, James Razile, an Elite Praetorian Guard. The Elite series from the Disney store. I didn't actually buy it from the Disney store. That would be silly. I bought it off a vendor, off a merchant, because I was in a bazaar full of merchants, like Aladdin. But there you go. He's Elite, he's red, and he's yours. Does he say anything on the back? He says lots of things on the back. You can read that later, or freeze frame it, whatever you want. I don't care. I'm not the boss of you. Then I did something kind of rash. I never bought art before. I'm not a guy who buys art. I don't hang posters on my wall. I live in a tiny apartment. I don't have wall to hang posters on. But the guy by the name of Jason Palmer, who painted that glorious mural, he has a lot of beautiful art. Like, his art is just Drew Struzan levels of good. It is outstanding. So I visited his table, and I couldn't help myself, and I picked up this print for Return of the Jedi, because just look at this, man. Like, oh my God, look at this. Please hire this man to do all the posters everywhere from now on. Stop photoshopping crap. Just get Jason Palmer to make posters for the rest of Hollywood's life. Get him to at least do the episode 9 poster. Look at this. And he signed it for me too, in gold. So one day I'll sell it for $50 billion, because that's how economy works. But isn't this beautiful? Like I said, I don't buy art, but this time it had to be done. So another day has come to a close. This was day 3. 2 more days to go. We learned about some small stuff today. We said goodbye again to Rebels. We said hello to Jedi Fallen Order, and we said we'll see you soon to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. And I think all in all, it was a pretty packed day. Not as packed as tomorrow's going to be, though, because The Mandalorian, you know, is going to stir up a whole lot of mumblings among the Star Wars fan community. So this is Andrew Fantasia, and this is the rest of the Rebel Scum podcast crew signing off for day 3. Guys, seriously, stop it. Stop it. Make them stop.
Hey scumbags, thanks for watching. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up on our video. As always, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Rebel Scum Podcast, for all the latest videos.